Good evening and welcome to Monday's Freestyle Fitness Yoga. This is our last session of the 15 weeks program. This is, our last week of our 15-week program. So it usually tends to be the hardest one. Take your time, make sure that you, anything that doesn't feel right that you don't do, and you will need a wall today because we are finishing with handstand. I'm just going to turn that to mute. I'm just going to mute you there, B. Otherwise you come up on the video. Oh, can I get in there? So we're going to be starting on the floor, and we're starting with warming breath, or usually breath. And this is that you make a kind of a noise, and you've got to shut off your epiglottis. Now that sounds a bit weird, but what you've got to do is you've either got to swallow. It's the same thing that happens when you swallow. You'll feel it, or if you try to whisper, you'll feel that the throat kind of closes slightly. And what happens is when you do that, as you're breathing in and breathing out, you'll get a kind of a sound. So with this, as you breathe in, and I close it, get a bit closer. So it's a kind of noise that you make as you're breathing in. And you're going to try and keep your mouth shut. You're breathing in and out through the nose. But if you have to breathe out through the mouth, then you breathe out through the mouth. You're going to start off as you breathe in, but you're going to start to pull in your root lock. So you're going to pull in your pelvic floor, and then you're going to pull in your abdominals. You're only breathing into the middle part of your chest, and you're kind of pushing your chest up as if you're pumping your chest up. So we're going to start with that. We're going to breathe out. And then as we breathe in, we're going to pull in our pelvic and then our abdominal. And now we're going to try and breathe out and make a noise. Breathe in, pulling into the chest. Keeping that pelvic lock, keeping that abdominal lock. Place your hand on your abdominal if you need to make sure that you're only breathing into that chest. So we're going to take 2 big breaths in. Filling all the lungs, reaching the hands up, and as we breathe out, right from the bottom, breathe out. It's breathing in again. And last one. Let's bring ourselves into our hero position. And we're going to work our neck. So letting the head drop, rolling it side to side. And then let's bring it back to centre. And then we're taking it backwards. Bring it back to the centre. Lift it up. Bringing it into our circle of joy. Right fingers first.
Sans m'apercevoir que je m'aperçus. Je me couchais voluptueusement à ta lèvre avec une espèce de le ciel de nuit était formé par les têtes des arbres. Je me souviens de précisément le
Into our down dog. Walk out them legs. So we're going to keep the left leg bent, push the right foot to the floor. Push the chest towards the knee. And change sides. and bring it down. Let's take it into that tiger lift. Opposite hands, pull the stomach in. Here we go, breathing in. Changing sides. Bringing it up. Let's take it to gate pose. If you want to take the arms behind the head, like that. And let's take it over and back. And bring it up. Let's try the other side. Breathing out, breathing in. And up, bring it in, take yourself down, twist it out, look down. Bring it round, bring the feet to the other side. Twist round, look back. Let's change sides. One more time each side. Last time change. Bring it back round. Bring the feet into butterfly. And let them drop. So open the book, use your elbows, let your head drop forward. Bring yourself back up. We're going to bring the right leg out into 90-90. Turning round the back. Lift, kick, and pop and stretch round. Last one. Bring yourself up, swing your legs and round the other side. Here we go, this side. Kick. Bring yourself round. East-west. Last one. Hold. And bring it down. Let's bring ourselves up to standing. Turn the lights on before it gets too dark in here. So we're going to take ourselves into our flow for the last time. Oh, sorry. No, we're doing our sun salutation. What am I on about? Duh. So bring yourself to the back of your mat. Bring your hands together in prayer. Bring yourself into mountain. Think about what you want. So we're going to roll down from the head, curling in, curling down, letting them fissures relax. When we're here, we can let ourselves just hang, move a little, imagine ourselves as a rag doll. Straighten and bend one leg, one knee. We're going to bring our hands down. We're walking our hands out. We're pushing back into down dog. We're coming up. We're coming over. Lifting and walking back. Curl back up. Okay, we're going to start going. We're going to do another 7. Here we go. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one. And 8. Woo! So, now we're going to do with the last bit of our flow. So taking our feet nice and wide. Taking our arms out if we want to. It's up to you. Turn the right foot out. Bring the arm over, side angle pose. Reach forward into a power squat. Taking it round onto the tiptoe. Reverse warrior. Flip it into an inverted V. Take it forward into a wide leg forward bend. Let your body relax here if you want. Walk the hands back. Bend the knees. Lift. Other side. Moving however you want, at whatever speed you want. Ooh, falling over there. I'm just moving my arms into different positions. And last one. Lovely. So, as it's called a flow, it should eventually feel as if it's all flowing and it's all lovely. But it takes a bit of time, and like I said, you have to go back now because I'm moving on. The week after, next week I'll be looking up a new program, and then the week after we'll be going into it. So I'm going to bring you back down onto the floor, bend the knees, push back, drop down to child, and then you can bring yourself up. So let's start with our wrists, getting our wrists and our hands ready for doing some standing on up the wall. So we're going to start with our wrists, and you're just circling them. Taking them round in a circle, and then in the other direction. You're going to have them out and then lift them and bring them down. So up and down, up and down. So if you're driving a motorbike. And then if we turn them up and lift them upwards. So we're putting them up towards our elbows. And then bringing them down. So we're going to stretch, open and close our fingers. And then we're bringing them down. We're turning them away from each other. So facing out. And we're going side to side, but they're underneath our shoulders. And then we're turning them in towards us, and we're moving backwards and forwards. So keep one facing towards our feet, one that we turn back round to the normal direction. And we're going to go cat and cow. And bring it back. Turn that hand round that way, turn that hand round the other way, so fingers facing in each direction, and cat and cow. And back to centre. So, we're going to need our wall now. Well, we'll start off in down dog. So, with your hands, you're going to try to imagine that you're going to rip up the floor. So, you're ripping up the floor, and your shoulders will turn back. Your elbows will go in as well. So, that's what you want to do when you're up in down dog. You're pushing the hands and trying to rip up the floor. You're trying to push the armpits towards the floor. Pushing back. Keep your ears between your arms so you don't want them to go too far. Push the heels to the floor, but using them arms to push back. You can see if you can walk the feet in a little bit closer and still push back. If they can't get close without the knees bending, take them back to where the knees are straight, using your hands to push. You can come back down, take your hands off, give them a shake. So we're going to go back up and we're going to lift one leg up in the air. And again, see if we can walk them feet in a little bit closer before we start going upside down. So again, we're gripping the floor. So grip, lift, walk the feet in, keep the ears between the arms, push the armpits towards the floor, push the chest towards the legs. See if you can lift one leg up in the air. And then we're bringing that foot down and we're going to take the other foot up. And then we're bringing ourselves back down. Give your hands a little shake. So that is a half handstand. And if you feel that you can't do the rest, then you're just staying here. Now remember, when you go upside down, your blood pressure goes up. We're going to do the same thing, but from the wall. So it's exactly the same as you were doing on the floor. I'm going to turn my mat the other way around. It's exactly the same. So again, you can do this against the wall if you want to. You're putting your foot so that your feet are right against the wall. So this is going to be your kind of judge when you go to do handstands at where your hands have to be, so that you know you can get to the wall no matter what, but it gives you that sense that you can pull away. So again, you're making the arms rip up the floor, so the elbows come to the front, they're not sticking out that way, they're that way. You're lifting up. You can put one foot up and still push here if you want, or if you can, you're going to try and bring your toes onto the wall and push so that you're in an L shape, pushing back as if you're doing down dog, but you're up the wall. And then we're coming back down. You can have a rest. Take your hands away. Give them a shake. So we're going to go back up again. Now if you want, you can try and bring one leg down and touch, or bring one leg up. It depends on how you feel. So you'll see that my other camera up here, it should be getting my feet and what my feet are doing. So again, pushing with the hands. The feet are in the right position. We're lifting ourselves up into a half handstand. You can bring the leg up in the air, or you can step it down, step it up. Step it down, step it up. Step it down, step it up. And then bring it down. Give your hands a little shake. So we're going to see if we can walk ourselves in a bit closer to the wall and walk ourselves back out away from the wall. So again, watch before you do, so that you're not trying to do it while you're upside down. Do one, come down, see how you feel. So, here we go. Coming up. We're walking in and we're walking out. We're bringing ourselves down, and then we can do another one if we want to. Don't blame you. I'm going to do one more. So up, walking in, and walking out. Bringing ourselves down, giving our hands a little shake. So, like I said, you don't have to. You can just get used to being upside down. Don't worry about the walking. Lovely, that's perfect. That's great. That's great. Just getting yourself up so that you're on your hands really does get the body working. Like I said, it ups the heart, the blood pressure, but also the heart rate as well. So again, we're going to do one more up, and we're going to see if we can bend our knees before we go the opposite direction. So, we're going back up, and we're trying to bend our knees and push out. Bend our knees and push out. And then we're bringing it down. And give the hands a shake. So, we're going to take it the opposite way round. Now, this can get a bit scary because we're jumping. You're going to try and jump. As opposed to headstand, or I say don't jump. With this one, it is better to jump. It's easier to get yourself up there, unless you can do the splits and you can get into them, but I can't, so we can't. So wherever your hands are, you're going to put your hands in the exact same place that they go here. So you're lifting up, back into the down dog, walking in, lifting the foot up like we were doing earlier, but now you're bouncing. Until eventually you might be able to touch the wall, push away, squeeze the stomach muscles in. Bring it up and down. Now one foot will be your up foot that goes to the wall, and one's your springing foot. So you may need to try different ones. No, don't let that double feet go up. That's okay, you got there. But be very careful, only have the foot that goes against the wall go against the wall first. The springing foot, keep that head in towards the floor. That way, if you're going to go, you can always bring that springing foot back down so that you come back down as well. Okay? It just gives you a bit more, makes it a little bit safer. If you take both legs off the floor and your shoulders go, you'll just crumple to the floor. If you've got one leg hanging, push down on that leg and it'll spring you back into the position. So it takes you back. So I'll try one more. So hands down into the down dog position. Walking in, choosing your leg, springing. And then that leg's always there. If it needs to come down, it'll bring you back down. But if it's gone with this leg, there's nowhere to go but down onto the floor. Now, some people, it's better if you spring into it. So with hands here, you're aiming to put your hands down, lifting up, placing the hands down, springing. Taking the hands down, springing. Right, so now that we've done this, we need to stretch ourselves back out again. So we're going to do a down dog against the wall. You're going to place your hands on the wall and you're going to bring your chest down. So you'll feel that this starts to stretch that back, but takes that pressure off the arms and the hands. But just gives them shoulders a lovely little relax. And then we're coming up. We're going to come in. Place our hands on the wall, flat down. Standing a little bit away, you're going to try and stick your bum out and stick your chest against the wall with your chin up and your body against. Then you can sort of walk your legs back as long as you're keeping your chest against the wall into a puppy dog. And then lift up, bring the hands down and stand in mountain pose. And you'll feel that this is just like a counter. And it should feel lovely on them shoulders. It should feel as if blood's rushing to the shoulders, to the arms, to the hands. Should make them feel as if they're as light as a feather. So we're going to bring ourselves into a forward bend, bend the knees, bring ourselves down onto the floor. So we're going to take our hands, we're going to bring it round, grab the arm, pull the shoulder out. Slide it under so that we're bringing it into eagle and lift up. And bring it down, undo. So the left hand comes over just above the elbow, pull the shoulder over. Feel it open up, just that shoulder blade, as if you can breathe into that area. You're going to slide it over and up to eagle. Take the arms down. Circle the shoulders. And then the other way. Then just turn the head, look over your shoulder, and just nod to the imaginary person to your left. And then bring it centre, over to the right, and nod to that imaginary person on your right. I love this stretch. I do 5, but if you think, oh, that's lush, you can always do a little bit more. It's one of my faves. So we're going to bring ourselves down onto our back. If we have the knees together, take the arms out, turn the palms up. If you can lift your legs off the floor, keeping the knees together, keeping the shoulders flat down. Bring it over, keeping them together to your right. If they don't go to the floor, don't worry, but don't let that shoulder lift. Keep it down. Keep them knees together. If you want, you can look up, or you can turn and look away from the legs. This lower back was doing a lot of work with all them leg kicks up. Give it some nice relaxation. So we're going to bring it back and taking it over the other way. Keeping that shoulder down, turn the head, look away. Keep them knees together, don't let them come apart. Bring it back to centre and do one more on each side. And let's change sides last time. And then bring it back to centre. Take the arms down. Either take the legs, the feet apart, keep the knees together, or take the feet down into porch position. Let your body relax down. Think about your breathing. Try and feel that kind of ocean breath, that sound. Trying to pull in the pelvic floor. Pulling the abdominals. Try and restrict the throat so that you feel that breath making a sound as it enters and a sound as it leaves. Pulling in that pelvic area, pulling in that abdominal, breathing only into the upper part of the body. Breathe into them shoulders.